Hey guys, Puppy back again today. Another episode of Old Guys and Old Games, and unfortunately this is a rather somber episode because earlier today the Intellivision Homebrew community found out about the passing of one of the founding members of the group, really, and that is Carl Mueller Jr., who was a programmer who worked with, I see a picture here alongside William Mueller, and this is Frank, and I can't remember Frank's last name. I'll put it in the bottom of the screen here when I get it. Frank, back in the day, creating some of the very first Intellivision Emulator back around 1996. And he also, at that time, 96, 97, started programming a little game which became very infamous in the Intellivision Homebrew community, and that is D2K Arcade. You see that right there beside me. And of course, Carl went on to program a few different games, but these three right here are the most prolific ones of the bunch. Of course, D2K Arcade, D2K Arcade as well, which was an improvement and expansion upon the original game. There's even a special edition of that game, which I'm not going to highlight here today, but there is a D2K special edition that is really sought after by collectors. You never know what more may pop up. And also Miss Pac-Man, which was an Intellivision release that Carl Mueller did for David Harley, probably back around 2014 or 15, I would say. In that era, anyway. The other ones were done very early. And actually, a little known fact, a lot of people realize that the very first published Intellivision homebrew game, of course, was Fortress. However, Fortress was actually started by Joe Z after Carl had started work on D2K Arcade. I mean, D2K Arcade wasn't actually released until much, much later, but it was the very first one that was sort of in the process of being built back in the day. And of course, it's really most famous for being the perfect example of what actually could be done with the Intellivision system that was sort of lacking back at the very beginning for various reasons. But basically, when they ported over some of the arcade games, people saw them and they just weren't all that much fun. Donkey Kong being probably the most notable of that, with really the poor Porky Pig style, or I call it Hampton Pig style game that come out of that. I mean, it was okay. We played it back in the day. We had it. We liked it. I mean, it was fun. But this, Carl's version of D2K Arcade, really sincerely showed what the Intellivision system was capable of. And yeah, so I thought it would be appropriate. I'm going to have a stream. This just happens to be the same day as my regular stream, so you can check the replay out on that if you like as well. But it's a great day to go back and remember the things that Carl Mueller, the contributions that Carl Mueller Jr. had to the Intellivision homebrew community. So I'm going to play the three games you see here, and you know, man, it takes a lot of great people. And it also sort of, one thing that I noticed is that here it is, he actually passed away, I believe it was July 6th in Japan. He was living in Japan, and again, nobody found out about it really until August 5th. So it really is, take note of the community. There's lots of people around that you see from, you hear from. Don't take anybody for granted, because we're all a big part of a great community. And when you just know each other through the electronic means that we know each other through, when people sort of are no longer there, it's very easy to sort of miss that. But anyway, let's play a few games in honor of Carl today and thank him for all the contributions he made, because without a doubt, without people like himself and William Mueller and Joe Z and David Harley and so many others to mention that you just can't get them all, we wouldn't be talking about the Intellivision homebrew world that we are lucky enough to have today. So anyway, let's play some of the games.
If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Alright, so let's jump right into the games, guys. We'll start with D2K Arcade, the very first release, the first game that was worked on by Carl back in 1996, 97. Pretty cool, really, when you think about how far back that was. Yes, it took a long time for it to get completed, but, man, to be working on it back then, absolutely incredible. Alright, let's jump right in. Great music in this game too, right? Carl Mueller Jr. presents D2K Arcade. So this game, 1 or 2 players. Also is kind of neat. I want to let it roll through to the credits here. I think just in a moment it'll go to the credits. But there's also 3 different playable characters in this game. There's Mario, which is the same old Mario we all know. Oh, here we go. Program and sounds, Carl Mueller Jr. Graphics, Carl Mueller. Thomas Settle and Aaron Knowles Chevalier, who we know from Stonix. as well as other games. Special thanks to William Mueller, Jeff Kulzicki, and Joe Zvichek, dedicated to Robert Mueller. Okay, so let's look at the other characters. You got Mario, you got Tony, which is a little bit quicker, jumps a little bit further, and can even jump with the hammer, which is really interesting. And then finally you have Bruno, who's slower and doesn't jump quite as far, but he can fall better, and he can climb with the hammer. So that's really interesting. It's neat to add those little nuances to the game. So I'm just going to play with Tony. I'll play with Tony. So he can jump with the hammer, but we'll see. I'm just going to play the original game. Here we go. Did you hear that? I just turned on the voice. No Intellivoice. But you got a voice in this game. I hit 1981 as Donkey Kong was climbing the ladder, and it turned it on for me. I haven't even turned on, hopefully I get through this level, I didn't even turn on my other screen. There we go, let's get up there. There we go, up to the top. That's beautiful. First level in. I got pretty lucky that time. I haven't been doing that well. Alright, we gotta get the big screen on here now. The bigger screen, I guess I should say. So this is the same old, what do you call it? The rivet stage. Where are we gonna go? You go somewhere else. Nice, get some points here anyway. Coming down. Nope. We'll go right down and grab this last one. But as you can see, I don't know if you remember looking at the Coleco Donkey Kong was pretty bland. Those are the only two levels on it. I don't think you didn't even get the fall of Donkey Kong. But anyway, we're headed back to another girder stage. Is this what you call it, girder stage? I don't know what. Whoa! Almost lost it right there. Get up there. There we go. Help. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the high score being set. That's what that is. Which it always starts at. Oh, this is the elevator stage. Oh. All right here. This is tricky. Up we go. Gotta love it. I usually don't get through that one, so that's pretty good. I did really well that time. And we're back to this stage, second wave through. Ooh, that was interesting. Alright, we'll try to get rid of a couple here, at least temporarily. Oh, he didn't go. Oh no! And he's back down there. Don't go down there. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Hey, we got it. Alright. So far, so good. Now, what's next? Can't remember. I gotta do another girder stage first, I think. I call it the girder stage. Somebody else calls it the barrel stage, or... Nice. That was pretty lucky. Oh, I jumped too late. I got lucky there too, so... Man, the gameplay's so smooth, huh? Come on, where are you going? I was toast there. I should have just gone to jump that first one. I would have been okay. I would have gotten right up to the next level. Okay, here we go. I think I can get through to the... I think there's one more... Oh, shoot! Everything was going so well, then I hit this level. I think this is my last man, I think. I might have one more. That was lucky. That was good. Oh, I wish... Oh, no, I didn't get up there in time. Is that it? Game over. So that's DK Arcade. Played really well at the beginning and then not so well at the end, but that's okay. I got a few other games to go through, so let's go on and check out the next one. Alright, so now we're going to check out D2K Arcade, and the neat part about this one, it has all new levels, but you could also play all the original levels from the first game in it as well, so it's really cool. Let's see, we'll go right in first and foremost. It's going to look very similar. Carl Mueller Jr. presents D2K. You got one player, you got one player, two player, you got the same thing. You got Mario, Tony, and Bruno. But there's games 1 and 2, and 1 is the original DK Arcade with the original types of levels, and 2 is the second one. I'm going to tell you this right now. 2 is tough. I usually can play it for a while and get on a roll and get up through a few levels, but frankly, it's been kind of difficult. Oh, we got more credits here. Special thanks to William Muller, Jeff Kolzicki, inspired by D2K Jumpman Returns. Let those credits roll through one more time. And but it's the same guys. Carl Mueller Jr. did the programming, graphics, sound, and probably a little bit of help with the graphics as well. I love it to see it roll one more time. Come on. There it is. Graphics, Carl Mueller Jr., Thomas Settle, and Arnaud Chevalier. So the same three. Okay. Copyright 2012. There you go. Alright. Let's get into it. 1981 right there at the start. Get that sound kicked in. Notice the girders are blue, and this is going to look totally different. I may not make it by the first level, just for you to know. That's very common for me not to even make it by the first level. Like that. I should have just gone, oh, that oil fireball was up above me there. It kind of stunk. Alright, here we go. Try it again. Oh, I did the good bounce, but then I didn't get back over. That fireball means a lot. Where it goes and positions itself really makes a huge difference. But in this game as well, you start with 6 men. What the blazes was going on there? I was just surrounded. And that's the only place you can go to is that side, right? Yeah, we might be playing another game of this. Hopefully I get by this level anyway and get to the next one. Aha! Come on. Get up there. Yes! We got by the first level. I am happy. I'm happy. You notice I got my nice D2K Arcade shirt on as well from Electro Night, right? That's beautiful. Got that from William out at PRGE a couple years ago. Let the first one go by. trying to... Oh, get up there. There we go. That was it. That was tough right there. Get that one, go down by, and we'll get over one. No, it didn't jump far enough. Oh, no. That's rough. Is that my last man? No, one more. I was quite happy to get that far, to be quite honest. Over here. There we go. I love getting just to that point. Alright, so now I want him to go. Oh, next time he gets down, I'm going to jump over. Oh, I made it! Don't screw it up now. Grab the purse. Yes! Made it through that level. Whew. Doesn't happen very often, but hey, happy for it to have. Down to my last man. Set the high score. It says it every time. All right, let's go. Now you think I've gotten here, I should be able to do all right, but we've seen how I can crash out on this level too. Whoa! Right on. We made it. What do I got interesting now? I got an extra man too, so that's good. Oh, this is rough. All right. Wait for him to go and get over here. Oh, that was good. All right. All right. Gotta wait for that first electro to go by. There it goes. Get over there. Nice. Alright. But you gotta get, that's what you have to knock out of there. Are those thick blue parts, right? So I'm going up here now. Alright. Oh, look at that fireball right there. See, he's the bugger. That was good. That was good. Yep. This is rough. This is really rough. Oh! Oh no! I actually went really well. I almost get hit by the thing going up. I look at that going, I just barely missed that. And I walked right off the friggin' edge. That is such a great game, great level. So that's it. That's enough of that D2K. You'll see a few other different levels as well in this one that aren't in other games. This is available. You probably can find copies around still. And there may be ROMs available again in the future of both D2K Arcade and D2K Arcade that Carl was selling. And maybe they will now go to Electronite. You may be able to get them from Electronite. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. But watch the news and it'll be announced on Facebook in the future as to where you can get these games or these ROMs. And I'll be quite honest, I think there's still copies of both DK Arcade and D2K Arcade available. Special edition? Don't really know. Don't think so. You never know. I'd never say never, but probably not. But these two you'll probably be able to pick up. Anyway, let's go on and play the next one. Okay, so there's Miss Pac-Man, which was a later release from Carl. He did this after he had finished and released the other ones. I think it was released in, I'll check, check the stupidest list. I think it was 14 or 15 is when he released this through Intellivision, but still, incredibly good version of Pac-Man. Everybody loves Miss Pac-Man, right? And I do too. I like it much better than the original, frankly. So let's check this one out, okay? Here we go. Carl Mueller Jr. presents Miss Pac-Man. 1-player start, 2-player start, and options. High score is set at 3,200. I really don't know why. Yeah, they're going to roll through some credits here to sort of let it sit for a second. I don't know if it's going to or not. Usually they do for Carl's games. I have to wait and see. But let's actually get down to the options and check it out. Oh, look at the different things you can do. You go player 1, Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. Normal mode, how many lives you have, but when you get a bonus. That's pretty cool. The Mazes Arcade. So there's all kinds of different fluctuating things in this game that are just make it that much better than the original, right? Let's go back. Let's just go one player start, and we'll see how it goes. Very similar to the original Pac-Man on the Intellivision as far as there's no borders at the top or bottom. And there is a technical reason for that, which I can't tell you right off the get-go, but I do remember that that's the case. Alright, there we go. Oh boy, there we go. 1600 there. I'll never do that again in a million years. Oh, oh my word. I'm not even going to push it. I'm not going to push it up there. Wow, we'll get through that first level. This is great. That's, again, I'm playing better right now than I usually do. Alright, here we go. Ah, that was lucky. We'll grab him. We're going to go up top here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Oh, I was in trouble there. I just wanted to get through 2 levels. I think I get a cutscene after 2 mazes. So that's like the minor victory. I'll call it moral victory. If I can get through 2. Oh, they're all close by. I'm not going to get any more than that, and I'm going to be happy with that. Get up there. Woo. We'll take the strawberry. I'll get a couple points here, maybe. Now, that's it. Hey, 2 mazes. They meet. Here we go. At least I got a cutscene. All right, and fantastic. A different maze. Something else to see this different maze, right? Because most of the home versions get stuck on the one maze. I'm not even going to worry about getting... I'm going to try to get this cleared out right here. Whoa! Ha! Then they trap me up in the corner. I've still got 2 men left, though. Holy cow, I might get through this one. 2 men, no. This is Miss Pac-Man. 2 Miss Pac-Mans. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh! No, no, don't get greedy. That was a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, here we go. Let's get through it. Where's he going? You bugger. Oh, I wasn't going to get to that power pellet. I get pretty greedy there, but I got a pretzel. I was happy to get the pretzel. Whoa, whoa. All right, I'm going to grab that while I can. Get through here. Nice. I'm just going to clear it. I did it. I got another one. This is like, what's going on here? Oh, no cutscene yet. I do not believe I've ever got a second cutscene. Whoa, doggy. Got one. Holy. 3 more. Do I get a cutscene here? I do. I don't think I've ever seen this cutscene, to be quite frank. The chase. That's awesome. And another maze. Oh, look at this. This is a... Oof, you want to get that cleared out in a hurry. And it's a pair for a... Oh, look at that. Nice. Getting the pair. 2,000 points for the pair. So, I'm going to get through this friggin' level. Holy. Alright. Trying it again. Oh, I should have done that. I need to go for this loop. Come on, don't come at me. You bugger. I'm done. Alright. Is that it? That my last man? Game over. But it's a personal best, I'll tell you that right now, because I've never gotten to those mazes before at all. Such a fun game, so smooth to play. Man, it's a great friggin' port of Miss Pac-Man over in the Intellivision from Carl. So let's get back over to the other screen. Here we go. So once again, guys, I want to dedicate this video to Carl Mueller Jr. and all the fantastic work that he did for the Intellivision Homebrew community, really getting it up and going along with the other guys like Josie and Willie and other fellas back in that day, because we love it so much. Here it is, like 30 years later since he started working on D2K Arcade and then other games further on, and it was just such a sad bit of news to hear waking up this morning that we found out that Carl, who had been ill for a significant part of his life, he had struggles, physical struggles with programming. Did a lot of his work. If you listen to the Intellivisionaries podcast, episode 15 on Donkey Kong, D2K Arcade, and D2K Arcade, Paul Nurminen does a great interview with Carl. Fairly long, about an hour long, talks all about history with Intellivision, how he goes about programming now, the development of these games, the groups of them that work together on the emulators. Talks all about his interactions, you know, with Willie and Joe and all the other guys that they worked with back in those days, as well as up through, and Dave Harley and publishing games. And this was actually recorded just before Miss Pac-Man came out, so it's very, very interesting. I really highly recommend you do it. I'll put a link to that specific episode down in the description below. So yeah, one last time, thank you, Carl, for all the work that you did. Rest in peace. You will never be forgotten in the Intellivision Homebrew community. Thank you for watching.
Hey, it's Paul Nurminen, or Nurmix, from the Intellivisionaries podcast, and you're watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer.